Back on Game Time, Klay Thompson cleared on Tuesday, ready to go for Game 1 after being diagnosed with a concussion on Friday, 2 days after suffering this head injury. Players Association looking into the NBA's concussion policy. So earlier today, we asked the Executive of the Year, Golden State General Manager Bob Myers, how he felt the Warriors handled this situation.
If you don't pass a concussion evaluation, you're done. You don't play. Simple. If you do, then what do you do knowing that concussions can develop later? So you could take a very conservative approach and say, well, that was a pretty good knock to the head. You're clear, you passed it, but we're not going to play you. And then the player's looking at you, and these guys, what are you talking about? I want to play. And so you say, well, sorry, we watched the replay maybe, and it didn't look good. So it's a very gray area, but if the rules change and they're better protecting the players, we're all for that. Nobody in the organization, or I think any organization, is trying to hurt their players, but it's an inexact science. And so you get great doctors. I believe we have great doctors, and then you take their advice.
I knew I had to pass the protocol, but I've been hitting the head before, and honestly, I felt real good the second day. I had some nagging headaches that night, but when I got some good sleep and some good rest, I was all right. So I really knew that Game 1 was never in jeopardy. But at the same time, it's not cool seeing your name in headlines saying, is he unsure or whatnot, because I want to play so bad. I've been it's the NBA Finals. I mean, there's something wrong with you if you don't want to get out there and work everything to get back on the court. So for me, it was almost like not playing wasn't an option, and I just can't wait. I knew I was going to be all right, though. I'd taken hits to the head before, and that one looked kind of rough, but after the few days, I felt back to normal.
Klay Thompson also added that he has what he called natural nerves because he's heading into uncharted territory for him. What do you expect from a Klay Thompson in his very first finals appearance, coming off of this long rest and dealing with a head injury?
From the concussion standpoint, I don't know what to expect. I'm sure he's cleared and feeling better about it. So I know when I look at the past rounds leading up to the finals here, I saw a Klay Thompson that had to pay a lot of defensive attention to some really great players, and maybe he's going to get freed up a little bit to hunt that shot a little more and offensively have a punch in this series that we've seen him have throughout the regular season. But the nerves are natural. If you're not nervous, then you're not human in this moment. Understanding that, acknowledging it, kind of dissipates the nerves. He'll get out there like the rest of his teammates in this series in general, and once the ball goes up, they get to play, they'll all relax.
Yeah, if he's healthy, barring the concussion, any symptoms from that, you expect him to shoot the basketball as well. You expect him to compete on the defensive end. He's been doing that in the first round. You expect him to knock down shots, and you can also expect or not expect that he can have a huge first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, one of those quarters where he explodes. So he's definitely one of those players you have to pay attention to in transition. You got to find him, and it creates a lot of chaos for the defense. Only thing I would love to add is to see him maybe drive the basketball, get to the free throw line a little bit more in the finals versus throughout the entire playoffs where he's only been to the free throw line 33 times.
We will see Klay Thompson. He is cleared and ready to go. He'll start Game 1 on Thursday night.